Hey y'all, I'm back with another truth. So, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Spirit showed me, and every time I hear stuff or something come in my spirit, I always write it down. And um, this one is for emotionally unavailable people. That's what emotionally unavailable people. So, when you're dealing with emotionally unavailable people, okay, so it's hard to explain, but what I've been getting from spirit is most of the people, I had to reevaluate my life. Okay, so most of the people that my intimate encounters, most of my encounters, the people that I dated were raised by emotionally unavailable people. And I noticed that it was a cycle because my parents were emotionally unavailable. Okay, so when you're dealing with emotionally unavailable people, you're not really gonna get too much love, attention, so you're gonna feel that rejection, abandonment, things of that nature. Okay, so when you attract people like that, because that's a cycle, that's what you're going through. You're experiencing it, so that's the energy you're in. That's what you're going to attract. Okay, so the people that were attracting, my children's fathers, for example, I used to feel like, of course, I used to know that they loved me. We were in a relationship at that time. That was the love that we knew at that time. But as I got older, and of course, I'm single parenting and angry, of course, and I'm like, they ain't love me. They don't love the kids, and all this. But then something was like, I started to wake up because Spirit would talk to me the whole time raising my children. My children never wanted for nothing, even though it was situations where their fathers were not in their lives. So they never wanted for anything. Like, God took care of them completely. They never wanted for anything. But instead of me being bitter and angry, because of course I used to want to be angry, I would hear, how can you be mad at them for how they love? And I'm like, how they love? And I'm like, okay, tell me more. When you're dealing with emotionally unavailable parents, that child is not getting love the way that, they would want to get love. So therefore, they can only love you how they know how to love. The way they receive love is only the love that they can give out. And it's hard to say. I mean, it's sad to say. I ain't gonna say it's hard to say. It's sad to say, but some people only love you the way that they know how to love you. And if they say, you water the seed, of course it'll grow. But if you're not putting any water in it, it's not going to grow. So, for me, same thing. So that's why I said this was a cycle. I started to realize this was a cycle because I remember when I was probably like 24 and I was in counseling, I was starting to realize, like, I don't think I would recognize love if it slapped me in the face, because I never received love. I never received love from my mom because she was emotionally unavailable due to her upbringing. I never received love from my father due to his upbringing. So, I would tell, people, like, I don't think I would even recognize love if it slapped me in the face. But as I got older, and I'm approaching 50 this year, I know, but I'm approaching 50 this year, and I know today, because I know my value, I know my self-worth, I know how to recognize love. So when that toxic love comes, then I know, okay, 9 times out of 10, this person was brought up alone, rejected, abandoned, but I'm no longer dealing with those issues. So 9 times out of 10, I don't attract that, but they sometimes come, and you have to know, what, that's not what I'm not, because we always want to save somebody, and he's such a good person and we want to, no, that's not your fight. You have to let them go. No more trauma bonding. You know, now you have to be able to recognize a person who's raised by an emotionally unavailable person, because that's what they're going to give you. And it's not that they don't love you. You know, you can put those boundaries up and let them know how you want to be loved, but they can only love you the way that they know how to love. So how much love do they have within them? Because that's all they're going to give you is what's within them. So if you want to take the time to help reinvent them, you know, then you can do that, because a person, I do believe a person can be reinvented. You know, you hear all the time behind every good man is a good woman, and I still say the opposite. You know, behind every good woman is a good man. Sometimes these men build up women, women build up men. I believe if it's a female feminine masculine energy couple, then yes. I think if it's a male masculine couple or feminine couple, it's going to clash. It may not work because it's, you know, too much of the same dominance, you know, too much of that same energy dominating. So it becomes a competition and not a compilation. So yeah, that's what I have. So that's the message that Spirit wanted to give, and I can only give it off of what I experienced. So if you have questions, you know, in regards to abandonment, feeling rejected, dating somebody who you feel gaslighting you and stuff like that, sometimes that gaslighting is not always gaslighting. It could also be that they don't know how to love, so they may need some help. And if you know that you have a good person and this person is not narcissistic, but just was brought up in a bad place where, you know, they're lacking that love, and they could tell you, you know, I don't know how to love. I didn't get it at home, you know, because love comes from within. You cannot make anybody happy. You are love. So, you know, I'm going to leave it here. That's what I have for you. Thank you. I love you all. And any questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm on to my next video. Thank y'all.